Hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Leopard King Michael. This is Legit Tonight, brought to you by legitpodcast.com. It is February 10th, 2025. 25. 210, 225. That's easy. Well, because you can't use that as a 10. But let's go with 2 times 1 is 2, and then 2 times 5 is still fucking 5. Anyways, joining me is my guest host of all time. You just were a guest host, and then you became part-time
all
host,
time,
and then a co-host, and now I think you're actually the host, and I'm the co. I don't even know where we.
No,
Sarah
no.
Parah
Normal.
How are you, Sarah?
I'm good, and you know what? I'm fine with you being host. I prefer you take the lead because we both know you're going to anyway. I'm cool. I'm cool with the backseat position.
Backseat. So we this is our first run of this. This is gonna be one of those shows where we're gonna take parts, we're gonna chop it up. Because it's only gonna be on Mondays, and we'll get that out on different social media platforms. But we're tackling all kinds of topics. Hopefully ones that people connect with. Maybe piss them off. You know, either way. But let's start with this. We were doing legit paranormal for a long time. I was actually a long time.
Yeah.
I actually found the T-shirt from the Bigfoot Con. It was in 2021. Holy shiz! So, anyways, we're now doing. We still have paranormal content, but we are switching over to other stuff. So, the first part of this show is called "What Have You Been Up To?" So, I get to ask you that as my first honorary. What have you been up to?
I have bangs now.
I noticed.
That's a big thing.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Thank you. So that's a new thing. I've had people reintroduce themselves to me, and I'm like, hey, you know me. It's just me with bangs. So
really,
they're kind of life changing. Yeah, really.
You've had somebody not recognize you from the past because you have bangs?
But the hair is darker too, I guess. So I just look different. It's the new Sarah Parah Normal, circa 2025. But other than that, 2025, I live in Rhode Island now.
Oh, do you? That's the biggest little state in the union.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe even that I watched the Super Bowl last night with you and your lovely wife. Didn't I?
I guess so. Did we?
Are you denying?
No, not at all. I have erased that Super Bowl memory from my mind for the rest of my life.
Oh, you can't completely.
I can't deal with the Eagles winning.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about the halftime show later. So
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me want to cry sometimes. I took the Saquon jersey down. You saw, right?
As a Buffalo Bills fan, you know that this was a hard one for me because I have an ex that was an Eagles fan, and we don't like the Eagles. We don't like them for that reason. I'm bitter like that, and I hold grudges against.
I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan. We absolutely hate the Eagles. That's the team we hate. What are you talking about?
But
so what else?
KC shutting KC's mouth as a Buffalo Bills fan. Oh, that was nice. Did their mouths get shut?
So, Sarah, let me ask you this. You are expanding into these shows where the website is going to be, we're going to streamline it down. Do you know any of the shows that we have coming up with legit?
You got away without your personal. What have you been up to?
Oh yeah, I'll bring it back to me right after we figure out.
Okay, just so you know, you're not getting away from it.
No, I'm going to be doing a wrestling show, I think, on Wednesdays. I'm going to be doing a Thursday night clips. We'll be doing Thursday night clips.
Clips.
Reaction.
But they won't. They're not going to be paranormal clips. They're going to be reaction videos to just like crazy stuff all over the internet. Could be a
Things
bit of
in
anything.
general. Yeah, things in general.
Could be conspiracies because it's Mike. Me. You're probably going to get a funny animal video or two.
I like funny animals.
Everybody likes funny animals. That's the point.
Oh, all right. What have I been up to? Anyways, so the channel will be doing that. We'll be doing Legit Tonight. We're eventually going to start to have guests in the second half of the show. We're going to be doing a lot when it comes to all the weird stuff. The music, we'll be releasing hopefully our own music through Patreon or whatever it is that we're using. Bunch of stuff is actually, a bunch of stuff is actually coming up. Where we work only well when we're under pressure and we try to do it all in one day. It's like you give us a week and we don't get anything done, and in one day you're like rush, and we get everything done.
It's a channel run by two people with ADHD, folks.
Yeah, true that.
When they get together, it's like squirrels wrestling around.
Agreed. So what have I been doing? I've missed podcasting. I'll tell you that much right now. I have, but what's up, Chris? See, in this type of format, I feel like we can talk to someone like Chris more. Whereas with Paranormal, I was constantly waiting for the guest. And look, you listen to something for 3 years. Like, I really have learned so. I mean, if you want to talk paranormal, I'm actually somebody.
Oh God, we're going off script here.
No, hold up for a second. I'm telling you the truth, though. I am, though. I've become that guy where I can talk every subject. I can't believe that I can. But in our first second segment, first official, we're gonna do the what are we calling it, Sarah?
Hold on. You didn't tell me which segments we were doing.
Wheel of Issues. Okay, so on the board will be either an issue, a complaint, or an attaboy. Okay. So let's bring the wheel back up. I'm gonna make the wheel do.
Get my notes.
I gotta make the wheel do a little spin. Hold on. Come on now. All right, you good? Ready?
Yes.
Oh, a Sarah issue.
Ooh. Okay.
An issue that you have.
We're gonna get right into it already.
Yep. What issue do you get?
Issue is something that I don't think should be an issue, but all of a sudden it's turned into a giant issue. If you've been on Facebook or any social media today, which was the halftime show last night, okay? As I mentioned earlier, we watched the halftime show together.
Well, what's the issue about it? I haven't even heard it. I haven't read or heard anything about the halftime show.
Did you enjoy the halftime show, Mike?
I thought it was very simple. And he was actually rapping. So that's what you get when you have a rapper.
And were you previously a fan of Kendrick Lamar?
Oh yeah, I've been since he came out. Dre first found they all first found. But look, check this. Now, if you're gonna ask me what I thought about the stage show, it was very, very bland, right? Compared to other Super Bowl stage shows. And there was an odd coloring of red mixed in with the other colors. There was something I didn't know. I've never seen Squid Games. There's some people are saying, but I can tell you that it looked weird. But it's still, I liked it. I like rap, and I don't think anybody else was going to like that.
I looked into both sides of this today because it's been very divisive. Some people absolutely hated the halftime show. They just hated it.
I knew it.
And said, basically that the NFL isn't supporting their target audience. So then you go back to what the actual other half of people that sort of understood and the halftime show. So there's two parts to it. One big part of it is a diss to Drake, which if you didn't understand the feud between
I know it, dude. I
and
know what the
Drake,
song
and
was.
you didn't get that, then you probably
I
didn't enjoy it.
I got it.
But if you got that, it was an enjoyable moment for people. Everyone got a chuckle out of it.
There's no better stage in the world than the drop a diss track than the Super Bowl.
I know, and he even said, I'm going to get sued for this, but F it. So I was like, okay.
Oh, my God.
So, but I get it wasn't the genre for certain people. They didn't like it. Like, the target audience for that was probably smaller. But the point was, I didn't realize until I even looked into it. I liked it either way, but until I looked into it, because the stage was so strange, I was like, there has to be a bigger meaning, because everyone says this man's a genius. So the colors were the deconstructed American flag, and it was like a game board, and the whole thing he was flipping around. The revolution will not be televised. He flipped it to the revolution will be televised. And then you have, what's his face? I just forgot his name.
What's his face?
Was it Morgan?
Three of his albums.
Nick Fury appearing as Uncle Sam. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, it wasn't Nick Fury. It was Samuel L. Jackson. Jesus, Christopher.
And he says your music's too ghetto. So it was a statement on Black culture and sort of like the ripping off of Black culture and trying to, I didn't realize until today, is Kendrick Lamar's biggest criticism of Drake is that he kind of is like whitewashing the culture that the music's coming from.
Yeah.
And so America wants to keep this ghetto music consumable. So it's skewing away from what it is.
That whole comment was about how they played that song, and you realize how great that is.
Yeah.
And then Samuel L. Jackson tells him that, believe me, he's been told, Kendrick, in his career, that your music's too ghetto. And that's one of those inspirations, because that's one of those, you don't get what we're making, we're going to just keep doing it. He's changed his style, but kept his stance on everything, right? And the thing is, Drake grew up in Canada. He was an actor. He did a bunch of like shows, and Kendrick did not grow up like that at all. So if you're going to compare,
they're saying that his music's more from Compton.
Out of it is dude. He's one of the last people that are still rapping. You know there
was Serena Williams dancing in the middle? I didn't even know that that's who that was.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
It was Serena Williams, who is apparently Drake's ex. She was in
the really
dress dancing. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. It goes this deep.
Yeah, so it went
the to tennis player.
Yeah.
Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Was on stage dancing during the show.
Yeah.
And that's Drake's ex?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How do you not bow down to the greatest mic drop maybe of all time? He did it during the fucking Super Bowl. Are you kidding me?
My issue is it shouldn't even be an issue. It wasn't for a lot of people, but I don't know. In the history of halftime shows, most halftime shows are for a larger audience. I appreciated that this one was different. So
can I explain something?
Why isn't it an issue?
He won a couple of Grammys this year, right? Yeah. So he was on the public radar, and his camp must have pushed so hard. And he has the Eminem Dre roots.
Yeah.
His camp must have pushed so hard to get on the Super Bowl to just finally just drop the biggest bomb he could on Drake. I'm being serious, because it is weird that they picked him in the sense that, you know, if you heard me talking out loud when I said, this is not, a lot of people are just not going to get this. They're not going to like this because it's straight up rap music. There's no band on stage. It's really nothing to them. They don't.
There was the complaint that people thought they needed subtitles. Now, did I get every word? I'm just kind of baited by a cat. Sorry. No. There goes Sheba. I didn't get every word. It didn't matter. I still enjoyed it and the artistry of it.
Are you supposed to get every word? Is that now a requirement?
I don't know.
These people, they bitch about the weirdest and most stupid things in the world. If
But
you bitch about the fact that you couldn't understand every word that the singer was saying, then
is it worth getting sued?
What?
Do you think that diss was worth being sued? I somehow knew you would agree with that.
Oh yeah. Because yep, and yes, because you know what? I'm telling you, there's no bigger stage than the Super Bowl. You get Serena Williams in the middle of the dance in a green dress, and then you just drop that bang, boom. It's like, sue me. He's probably saved the money up to be sued. He's probably got like a sue account.
Oh, that smile on his face that everyone took a meme of today. I love it. Of when he says,
my God.
Say Drake. Yeah.
That is fucking great. I didn't realize that was I didn't even realize that was the thing. You know, I've been that oblivious. I've purposely not paid attention to football news because I don't want to hear it. I can't live in a world where the Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. So I'm just trying to act like it doesn't exist.
Poor Chris is go Eagles over here.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah. I'm happy the Eagles won because it shut Kermit's face. So
I tell you what, the Chiefs look rough. All right. So you spin the wheel again?
Yeah, we it's up to
you. You still want to discuss?
Yeah. No, I'm good. Spin. Right. Spin, King Michael.
Spin, shall we spin? Oh, start again with Attaboy.
Boy.
Who's your Attaboy?
Oh, I told you who my Attaboy is going to be. It's going to be Josh Allen for winning the NFL MVP because he is my quarterback at the Buffalo Bills. And it was heartbreaking when we lost to the Chiefs and did not go to the Super Bowl. And it was just like a little ray of sunshine for every Buffalonian when he won that. And I don't want to hear about stats this, stats that. Let me finish. I understand that people have a problem with thinking other quarterbacks having better years statistically. This is voted on by people. And so maybe they take other things into account, like overall how the player contributed to the team.
Can I ask you
or overall their leadership? Who knows?
Can I ask you a question?
Attaboy, Josh Allen.
Can I ask you a question? I am a fantasy football guru for years now, and I know a lot about football itself. Do you believe that Derrick Henry is the reason Josh Allen won the MVP?
I believe Josh Allen is the reason Allen won the MVP.
And if you didn't really understand what I meant by that question, I'll ask it again and I'll explain it. Do you believe that Derrick Henry is the reason that Josh Allen...
you need to explain that to me, Mike.
Derrick Henry is the running back for the Ravens, correct?
Yes.
The guy that's like 6'4", 230, 240, runs like a...
You mean, did we win it just because we beat the Ravens? Because Josh beat Lamar?
No, I'm getting to the MVP explanation.
Okay.
Derrick Henry is an absolute beast, right? He ran for how many yards? They beat teams with him just plowing into people. How many times, right? Who did the Bills have that's on the same level as Derrick Henry?
I don't know. Can you just tell me?
Do they have anybody on their team as good or as dominant as Derrick Henry?
No.
So then that means that Josh Allen did more work, correct?
Yes.
So that's why he's the MVP. He didn't have Derrick Henry in the backfield with him. He didn't have that. He didn't have a guy that good with him. at any point. Even Amari Cooper didn't seem to want to play for him.
No.
So with stats, yeah, that's just numbers. The whole team was putting up a bunch of numbers. So if you want to go stats, I guess, but that's what offense was he in? What was the goal of it? How easy were the touchdowns? When you have a running back that can just run through people, it makes everything a lot easier. So
I think our best running back actually is Josh Allen. Seriously.
You hope it's Cook, but either way, what I'm saying is you don't have that guy. So there it is. You're okay with that.
Cook's good too. All right. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, Mike.
Is this up on the screen still?
No, the wheel's gone.
Oh, there it is. Here we go. Hey. Uh-oh. Sarah complained. It's unbelievable how this worked out.
Did you rig this?
No, you know what? Don't I wish?
All right, this one was very hard for me, but it is one of my main pet peeves. Although someone that we both know and love is in fact guilty of this, I recently learned.
Uh-oh.
My complaint is people that don't return their shopping carts. And that is all. Is that simple.
Why not? Well, let me ask you this. Why, because I've seen the uproar about people complaining about other people that don't bring back their shopping carts. I got a couple questions though with that for all the economic majors, economists, economists.
Sure.
Anyways, for people that are into things like carts. Now, if you're an older woman and you need a cart, see, most people that use a cart, they're taking it because they need it. You know what I mean? Because they got a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if the person's older or whatnot, the polite thing to do is to put the cart to the side if you're going to leave it there, not just leave it next to where you parked. That's the dick move. There's got to be a difference. Because when you're disabled, you're not able to bring the cart back. As long as you put it nose to the whatever it is, that's the polite way of doing it. And the kid who comes out and collects the carriages still has a job. No one thinks about that. The kid who it's called shagging carriages.
I just don't like when they're like left behind a car. Listen, I have a friend whose grandmother was seriously injured falling trying to remove a cart from behind her car, and she later passed from those injuries.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Dick move parking. Like, I'm sorry, dick move carriage leaving.
You call it a carriage here. I can't get used to that either. This is a thing I'm having to get used to living in Rhode Island.
What do you call it?
It's a cart.
A shopping cart.
Shopping cart. And you call it a carriage.
Sorry. Shopping cart. As long as you don't leave it like a dick, I think you're all right. I think if you try to put it to the side, that's fine by me. I think when they leave it in the middle, that sucks. And plus, I have a lot of fun. See, there's moments in my life where it's like I get that 5 seconds of fun. And one of those is I like to get the shopping cart when it's empty and line it up with the return things.
Yeah.
And get a good momentum and let it go. And try to get it to go smash into the other carriages. Oh, I get a thrill out of that. I really do. And I know that sounds dumb, but
I like the oldies. I like the oldies method.
The quarter?
Yeah.
Hey, you get a quarter? Yeah. Click, click.
You got a quarter. Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, here we go. I wonder what this is going to be.
It's not on the screen, Mike.
Oh, it's got to start off negative. Huh? You got to start off negative, don't you?
It wasn't on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was complaint.
Oh.
The other two that are left are attaboy and issue. My complaint is touch screen service at let's use a weed store. You go in, You want to buy weed? Say it's a little place that it's like a mom and pop shop. They still got a touchscreen thing. You got to walk up, tap in all the numbers, your name, all your information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll actually help you lean over and do the touchscreen for you. And then they go and they get exactly what you ordered because they know where it is and they bring it up to you. Why couldn't I not just say to her, well, what should I get? Her spin the menu, me say, yeah, let's get 2 of those. Her just walk back there, grab the 2, come forward, boom, end the transaction. At McDonald's, there's a touch screen right before you get in line. So I got to touch the screen that everybody else that's going to eat at McDonald's has been touching. You know what I mean? Like the idea that's why I don't go there. But like you got to touch it.
It was
Everybody else
awfully judgy coming from the person who was also eating at McDonald's.
I don't anymore. But I never use that touch screen. And then no, I actually did. I'm wrong. I lie because I did because how stupid it was. There was nobody in line but maybe one person. I still had to use the touchscreen. The girl's standing right there. 2 plain cheeseburgers. Beep, 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 boom. I walk up to the thing. What did you get? The 2 plain cheeseburgers. Just goes, grabs 2 cheeseburgers, puts them in a bag, and I leave. Why did I have to touch the screen? Why do I think? I think this started with the Disney ride, Christopher Christ. There's a Disney ride that was like a roller coaster type of thing that you had to use your thumbprint to get into a locker. That was the first time I ever seen that used. When they started using that for lockers, thumbprints, everything, touch screens, fingerprints, everything. It's driving me insane. And I don't want to touch something everyone else has touched. Plus, why can't I just say to you, can I get 2 of these?
That's like an old guy thing you just said there, bud.
It's true, though. Just because it's old or it sounds grouchy doesn't mean it's not a real true gosh darn complaint. Like, I don't need to do that.
Listen, I agree with you in your hypothetical weed store story because I might have also been in the same hypothetical story. And it's very weird to have to use a touchscreen with a person that's doing the touchscreen for you who you're just talking to anyways. It's a bit too much.
Just go get the weed. Just
yeah, like I just asked you for a recommendation. You gave it to me, and I said, "Sure, that's good." So why do we have to do this?
Just it's like that at a lot of places, though. I'm not being honest. You're checking it for no reason.
But that's probably how they do their it's probably their inventory system. Honestly,
well, they could all go take a hike because I don't want to keep touching screens. All right.
Okay. It's still not up on the screen, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Attaboy.
Okay. Can't wait.
Attaboy. Shane Gillis. You know who Shane Gillis is?
No.
All right. Shane Gillis is a comedian. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's what's funny about him is he looks like the most average guy. Like he has such an average guy look that it's like a handsome guy. You look at a handsome guy and a handsome guy, you go, that guy's handsome. You look at him and you're like, he looks like the average guy. Like it's like, oh my God. He's like, anyways, he was a comedian. He made it to Saturday Night Live, and then he got fired before they went on air for the first episode because they found some racist tweets he had made in jokes. Or on a sketch years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. So the whole thing was he's fired, whatever. But then he came out and he's gotten big. He's become like a really big comedian. He's really funny. And he's the guy that Bud Light chose to be the next spokesperson of their beer. That is, first off, for Bud Light. If you saw the commercial last night, it was Shane Gillis talking about, oh, I can smoke the meat more. He's the average guy. That's him, the comedian. Mm-hmm. They went as macho and as every man as they possibly could, Bud Light, because they lost so much money getting caught up in what was on social media as opposed to who was drinking their beer. I'm not
Was
talking about
that also
issues.
Post Malone?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I don't think of Macho and Post Malone.
No, that's him and Shane Gillis are like, hey, yeah. They're dudes. That's what I'm saying. Like they hit the right chord with the bass that they want with Bud Light.
The bros.
It did like that whole other thing didn't make sense. It didn't make sense because you got to know who you're selling your stuff to.
Yeah, they're selling it to bros.
All right, so all I got left is this.
Oh,
Is
here we
issues.
go.
You know what I got issue with?
I don't.
Snow plows.
Okay.
I got an issue with the fact that anybody, any Jack, John, Joe, Jim, whatever, can put a plow on the front of their truck and just start plowing streets. And you laugh, but you think they're doing a good job. But when you live someplace where you hear going up and down the street, you're thinking, I don't think that's snow. And if I can hear it in my house, how could you not? How loud is your radio? So,
Mike, this is got to be an issue for this entire state, because I swear to God, I was laying in bed the other night going, I don't know how there could possibly be any more snow to plow. Dude, and apparently a plow broke down in front of my building and sprayed hydraulic fluid everywhere. Probably because it was plowing concrete.
Look, here's the issue. It's snowing, right? You're paying state workers overtime. They can't wait to plow. My dad worked for the state. When it would snow, he'd leave to go plow and was so happy because they made so much money plowing.
Yeah.
Now, my problem isn't with just the state. It's like if you own a truck, for some reason you go, I'm going to get a plow. I can help do my driveway, help my so-and-so out. They start doing streets. Like, we're not just dealing with the state. You don't understand that. There's like a rogue level of people, men mostly, who own trucks and own plows. And for some reason, their good deed of the year is to use that plow to get rid of the snow when there's not really any snow left. And you can hear the ground being ripped up. And the thing is this, if you think I'm lying, wait till the spring, watch the streets. They're going to be horrendous. You're going to wonder, what happened? Well, you know what happened? We plowed them like a fucking cheese grater for like a couple hours too much.
Should have called this show Legit Tonight, Old Guy Edition.
Well, how is that an old guy comment? It's true though. It's a goddamn. That's an issue. We gotta stop giving.
I can't wait till summer when you complain about how the lawn needs rain.
No, I don't care about the lawn. Fuck the lawn. I don't give a shit about that. What I'm saying is, stop giving everybody a plow. Like, what is it with that?
I think your wife would agree that you don't care about the lawn.
I could care less. Fuck the lawn. I would make my whole yard cement if I could. I really would. If I could. I can't. All right. Let's move on to what do we get next?
I don't know. What do you want to do next? I think we should do.
I'm trying to look to see what I don't have my list. Oh, here it is. What are we on? What do you want? Oh, 3. We're on 3. Number 3, celebrity douchebags of the week. Oh, Christ. Yep. That's a douchebag. Sarah, now when it comes to douchebags,
we gonna say the word. I thought we were saying DB. And here
no.
Saying douchebag.
If you're from the New England area, you have been called or have called somebody a douchebag over 1 million times. It's a word we use all the time. I
can't wait for this video to get pulled down for using offensive.
Why is that offensive? What is the item called?
Why is it I put the picture there so you didn't have to say the bloody word. That's why.
Why choose proper English at a time like this? Okay then. A douchebag is somebody that's a jerk and he does it on purpose. he's being a douchebag. Like you just know when somebody's doing it, and they always have that little smirk because that's what a douchebag has. Sarah, how many do you have?
I just have one, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
You sure? Because if I have two, I can go one, then you can go one, and we can go to finish it up with me. Back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, whatever you want to do.
All right, I'll be quick with one of my because I have a list so long of celebrity douchebags that I didn't know what to do with myself.
I didn't know you had a list when you came up with this segment. Now I feel
Oh
like you
my
came
God,
up with
there's
this
so
segment
many
just to
that are
put on your
obviously
list.
there's so many blatant ones, and I'm gonna start with I'm gonna pick low fruit to start off the first
Okay.
show of this. First is Mariah Carey.
She ever do to you?
She's a douchebag. She's from Tommy Mottola to Nick Cannon to the amount of times that she's decided not to do this or not to do that, or the New Year's Eve screw up where, and she's just completely off her tree. Mariah Carey is fake nice. She's fake nice. She is the ultimate fake nice that I could think of. And you can see it in her. She pretends to be nice, but she's a douchebag. And people know it and they say it. And she makes really douchebag moves and decisions and very out of touch, above everyone else type attitude, which no amount of money or fame should ever allow someone to reach. When you're completely out of touch with stuff, it sucks. But yeah, she's a douchebag. Totally. Her whole career has been just.
Tell me how you really feel about Mariah Carey, Mike.
She's a douchebag, and her Christmas song is ridiculous. I hear it too much. That Christmas song, take it off. There's so many more.
No, nobody. I think the world agrees with you about the Christmas song. We all do.
Bring back Bing Crosby.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So now your turn.
Okay. So do you know who these two people are?
All right. That's Deadpool's wife on the left. And then that's the guy that she was in the movie with. Nikki was watching, and
It ends with us.
And I never at no point did I find it interesting enough to watch. Like, I didn't see anything happen in that movie. You know, you're like someone else is watching a movie and you see it and you look at it.
Okay.
If you're hoping something catches your eye, but it doesn't.
How'd you make this about you?
Lawsuit. All right, lawsuit.
I get this. Rein it in. That's Blake Lively.
Yes.
And Justin Baldoni.
Deadpool's wife.
He is, yes. Ryan Reynolds' wife is Blake Lively. She's her own person.
No.
She's not owned by Deadpool.
She's Deadpool's wife.
I'm trying to take the feminist stance here and ask you to just refrain for 1 second.
Deadpool's wife.
I'm going to have to confiscate a squeaky toy. Okay.
Yes, you are.
So there is a lawsuit. There are 2 lawsuits going on. So I can't really tell which one of them is, in fact, the D-bag as of yet. So her claim was a civil suit saying she felt sexually harassed during the filming of this movie. That's hard to sort of you got to kind of take those sort of things seriously. You have to listen to who the victim is.
So,
however,
yes.
No, please let me finish.
All right, yes.
Please let me finish. However, he's filed countersuit saying that he never indeed did any of the things that she accused him of, that in fact her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, tried to take control of the movie, who he is the one who fought to have the movie made. He's actually was the director of the movie as well. And he's shown screenshots and a lot of other evidence to back himself up. Now, she's also now suing him for defamation of character because she's saying he hired a crisis PR firm to put out all this like disinformation about her. But now again, they're sort of getting close to proving it wasn't exactly his. He hired the crisis PR firm because he just put everything he had into this movie, which she tried to hijack from him, making all these crazy demands. It really.
So who do you believe?
It's okay. So again, back to the Super Bowl yesterday. Did you miss when they booed Taylor Swift?
No, I did not.
So some people are speculating it has to do with this as well. Taylor and Blake Lively are BFFs, okay?
No,
she's been with Taylor at the last Super Bowl. She was with Taylor in the suite with her. And she was not invited this year because they're saying Taylor Swift is trying to distance herself, which is kind of a signal that, and Taylor Swift is such a feminist icon, that why is she distancing herself from this? So it's starting to sound like there's no proof he actually did the things.
Can I please talk?
Yes, go ahead.
Taylor Swift is tried to position herself as a feminist icon, but Taylor Swift has gone so far left that she's lost a lot.
Okay.
She's agreed to go with everything on the menu to the point where some of it went a little bit too where that's not really the point of what I'm talking about. When you're in a stadium, where Trump gets, Mike. No, this is the truth. You want to know why she got booed? I'm telling you why.
Okay, then
if Trump got cheered, if you're in it, if I'm going to keep talking to you, let me speak. If Trump gets cheered in a stadium, Taylor Swift will get booed.
You just hijacked the whole story. I made it about the Taylor Swift boo. That's what you just did.
It's true. I'm telling you why she got booed. I'm telling you.
It had nothing to do with what I was talking about. I had very little bit to do other than the fact that there's some speculation as to that's why she was getting booed. Is partially it was because of the Blake Lively thing. But
that could be reasons too. But I mean, that was not her home crowd, you know?
Yeah. You know, they had lip readers come in and they lip read what she was saying when that happened, when she was on the screen and she's actually saying what is happening. Like she can't believe she's getting booed. Like what is happening?
No, look.
Poor Taylor.
So the thing is, I can really consider myself the watcher when it comes to stuff like that.
If you want to go off, you can take Taylor Swift as your whatever D-bag of the week if you want to. If you're going to go off on Taylor Swift tangent.
I'm sorry? You broke up. I think it broke up. I thought I heard something, but it must have been like a radio frequency breakup. Did you want me to do my next DB of the week after that comment? Because I might have changed who it is.
Is it going to be me? Because I'm not a celebrity yet.
All right. So the last would be Bill Maher. I don't know how I like Jon Stewart just because he's funny, self-deprecating, and just factful in a lot of things. Whereas Bill Maher, how does a comedian become? It's almost like the whole View thing with Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. Like, how do comedians become such political figures? Who the fuck cares what a comedian thinks? And Bill Maher was like, that's a poor guy that's trapped in a spot where he has always been the most liberal hippie his whole life. Weed, all that stuff, way before everything was, fair game. It's always been about, right? He's all the way up and now, and he's starting to like see that like where the group that he was with is split. And the group that he was with, the name of his group has let people join that he doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag though, because he talks as if he knows, as if like what he's saying, like declarations. Does that make sense? Like, this is how it goes. It's like the one thing in comedy that I would stay away from is politics. I really think that's low hanging fruit.
It's literally the whole point of his show. I really like that show. I actually really like Real Time with Bill Maher. I think it's a good show. And I think he has both. I think he has both sides on. I think he's not afraid of doing that, and I fully respect that a lot of people think that he's a d-bag, but I
He is a
actually
d-bag.
agree with him on a lot of things.
You might agree with them. That doesn't not make him a douchebag. And Bill Maher was a hack comedian. Like,
we have to say that word anymore, and can we not agree that the whole point of the segment is that all celebrities are probably d-bags anyway?
why can't we say the whole word? What's wrong with the word?
I don't know how many times we're gonna say the word douchebag without getting the video taken down. That's all.
Why would they take it down for that word?
I don't know.
Is that a
never mind?
Is that a legal word to say?
I don't want to talk about this right now, Mike. Move on.
Fucking confused. All right. Well, on that note, then, we're gonna attempt a crank call.
Oh God. I'm so nervous about this.
With 10 minutes left to closing, I picked the Lowe's and Leominster, Mass.
Oh my God.
Call and see.
Should mute my mic.
I have a question for him. Let's see if this works.
I'm gonna mute myself.
No, hold on. Tell me if you can hear it.
Thanks for calling the Leominster Lowe's. By continuing, you agree to Lowe's and its service providers monitoring and recording this call for training, analytics, and improvement of our products and services. Privacy notice plus your rights and options are at lowes.com/privacy. Para español, más que 9. Now, what can I do for you today?
Chainsaw.
Got it. And do you want to check product info, schedule service, get delivery details, or do you need something else from that department?
Chainsaw.
I missed that. To check product info, press 1. Schedule repair or tune-up services, 2. For delivery questions, 3. And for any other support, 4. Transferring you to outdoor power equipment.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I've been better. I got a question about chainsaws. I got 2 trees that I want to say they're like cigar trees. That's what they call them. But they're too close. Do you have a chainsaw that has 2 blades?
A chainsaw that has 2 blades?
Yeah, like a small one that maybe like has one on one side, one on the other. In other words, because I could get between the 2 trees and then it would just be one chop. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at what we have.
All right. Almost like the guy from what do the kids watch? The Star Wars with the blades that come on 2 sides, but like chainsaws, so I can zoom. You know what I mean? But both cigar trees, both at once. The wife doesn't think I pull it off, but I can do it.
Okay. Now you said Star Wars, I know what you mean. Okay, so you say there's a blade on each side?
Oh yeah, with a grip in the middle.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing that here.
They don't have that?
I'm not seeing it.
So they don't have that.
Let me check online. Did you check online already?
Well, I thought I saw it online, but I got to be honest, I don't know what website I was on. A little old, so I'm not sure if it was the real Lowe's or not. But I saw the double chainsaw, and I said, you know what? To the wife, I said, Rose, I'm going to get a double chainsaw just like that, and then I can take care of the cigar trees, which I spoke of earlier.
Okay.
You know what? If you don't have that, that's all right. But I tell you, it's a shame that you don't, because you should, don't you think?
Yeah, no, I want to see one now.
They should make.
No,
They should.
I don't see it.
They should carry the double chainsaw because it's small, and I saw it, and I was like, the cigar trees would go right down. That'd be such a great thing. And I said, let me call Lowe's, but then that's okay.
Yeah, I apologize, sir.
That's all right. Hey, if you find one, you let me know. Thank you. All right. Sorry, you
You're
go back.
so stupid.
Come on, that was good. Come on, that was good. I have
Do you
no
have
idea.
a double chainsaw?
I had no
And
idea I was going to
how-
go that way with him. Yeah, I
Why
didn't know.
did it take him so long to realize that that doesn't exist? It
it's
can't
all-
possibly
It's
exist.
all in the way that you talk to somebody. The crank call is to show everybody every week that if I talk to somebody in any voice that I choose, as long as you are earnest in what you're saying, especially if you get a kid like that. Didn't you hear him? I just wanted him to agree with me that they should make one. Oh, that was hilarious.
That's
That was
great,
my
buddy.
win. When he was like, yeah, they should make one. Yeah, I'm looking online right now.
Oh my god.
Sarah.
Well, I have animals causing chaos all around me. I'm
was,
sorry.
I'm sorry. That was a very successful crank call.
That was a great job, buddy.
Thank you. Check
So are we moving on to?
Yeah, we got one last segment. Conspiracies. I like that with the Britney Spears thing. Let's go with top conspiracies that I have issue with really quick. So they came out. All right. So remember when all of a sudden everyone's got spaceships and crafts above their house, like jerseys covered with
Drones,
all
drone
this
type
stuff,
things,
but all these
yeah.
weird things we've never seen flying in ways we've never seen flying possible everywhere. And then they would not tell us what it was. Don't know why, just wouldn't tell us. And then they all of a sudden told us, and it was us, and we were running tests. Now, why this bothers me is because everyone heard that and went, oh, all right, and it's moved on. But what do you mean you were running tests? What type of tests? What were you doing? What did they do? What do those ships test for? What do you mean they were testing? And here's my second question. It's weird when you need to test things first and not answer any questions. And then when you're done with the testing, because if you've noticed, ever since we found out they were testing, there's not really been many drones. Right? So it's dropped dramatically ever since they came and said they were using it to test. So
they're just getting us used to them.
But what I'm trying to say to you is it's shady when they won't tell us while they're testing.
Right.
I don't like anything up in the air, shoot from the sky, which leads to the other conspiracy theory of lead paint. The theory is that I've heard several times is that lead paint, it wasn't that it was giving people cancer. That's not exactly why lead paint was banned. They banned lead paint on the premise that kids were eating paint chips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that to begin with. I think they found, if you look it up, I think there may be one case of a kid dying from paint chips. No joke. Maybe one. Tops 5 all time. It's like kids don't eat paint chips. Did you eat paint chips, dude?
No, I don't think I did.
Who would do that? I mean, Play-Doh maybe because it smells so good, but paint chips? No. Anyways, they stripped all the homes of all the lead paint that all the homes were painted with.
Yeah.
And what do they use to block X-rays? If you go to get yourself X-rayed, if you're gonna go get like your gallbladder removed,
I see where we're going with this.
they put a lead vest across my privates so that they don't get hit or penetrated by the X-ray. Lead paint,
yes.
Google Earth, not a good thing. Is it a conspiracy or is that real? I think it leans on the real part, dude, because I don't buy the paint chips thing. It's another thing that when I hear sometimes I go, we fell for that? Like we thought like everybody was just eating fucking paint chips. Really? Lead paint? All that lead paint comes out? Anyways, I thought we did a great show. I could talk for hours. Especially when it comes to like, if you want to talk conspiracies, complaints, issues, problems, this, that, the other, football, sports, I'll talk to you about it. And I'm looking forward to having people on that have regular jobs because I just want to ask them what they do.
Yeah.
Like I really want to get different professions and find out what they do.
Yeah.
Okay? So some people, I don't know what they do. Like you, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do.
You know what I do.
What is tomorrow? Tuesday?
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
So that makes today what? Monday?
That makes today Monday. That's
Tell you
how
what.
the days work.
Tell you what, that was a pretty good crank call.
It was a good job, bud.
On the fly? That was pretty good.
Proud of you.
All right.
Proud of you.
Would you like to say anything before we wrap up?
Like and subscribe at Legit Podcasts. We glad to be back. We're gonna keep getting back into it. So
I gotta tell you, I think you did a great job for your first time back.
For your first time back, that was a backhanded compliment from Mike.
No, I think you did a great job for your first time back.
Oh,
I
thanks.
think coming back, you did a great job. I think that what we have, if we follow through with what we have, it's going to be very fun, very much going to learn a lot of different things. Like we're going to learn a lot of different shit from a lot of different perspectives, and I'm down for that. You know what I mean? Like I love slamming my opinion up against someone else's, even when I know they're right and I'm wrong. I just like, throw mine out there, you know.
So if people have an idea, an issue, complaint, or whatever, they should definitely email you that issue, complaint, or attaboy for you to take into consideration.
You find me on Facebook, King Mike L. All you gotta do is send something that says complaint and then explain it. You don't have to go into like huge details. Just send me the complaint that way if you really want me to read it fast.
There you go.
Right? Well, it's truth. If you want me to read it, because you know I am. My poor friend Stu, he says to me, "You didn't read the whole text message I sent before this text message, did you?" And I'm like, "No," because it was like 4 pages long. Like, who the fuck's gonna read that? I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't read all this. And I asked him a question. He said, "You didn't read that thing before, huh?" I said, "No."
If you're gonna send King Mike out messages, they can't be too long, or he won't read them.
I feel like it's like when you sit down and someone goes, "You want to watch a movie?" And you're like, "Oh Jesus, can I commit to 2 hours of sitting in one spot? I don't know if I can." Does that make sense?
It makes total sense to a person with ADHD, as we've talked about before, which is what we both definitely have. So
I gotta go get this fake tattoo off. It's fucking itching. I put it on and it stuck right on immediately. And it's not gonna rub off. So I'm just gonna go use some rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap this up. One up. For Sarah Parah
Normal.
It's me, Michael King Michael. This was Legit tonight. I swear to God, I keep wanting to go like, because that's what it would be, right?
You should. What was that?
It's Legit tonight. I don't like it. It works, but I don't like that I did it. You know what I mean? One of those things. Okay, guys. Catch us on Thursday night, 8:05 for clips. Please like and subscribe. Drop a comment. You can just drop them in the YouTube link. Let us know if you have any complaints or issues or stuff like that. And we'll see if they're worth it. Or if maybe you're just